All right, you guys. Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Good, good, awesome. So, guys, my name is Russell, and of course, I will be your pilot today. We're going to go out on the island and have a really good time. But before we do, I just got to confirm with you guys that Mr. Devin gave you the safety briefing there on the ground. Told you guys all about the seat belts, life vests, and how the doors work. Any questions about that stuff? Nope, all good? All right. So, the other things we got to talk about safety-wise, of course, this is a no-smoking flight. We would not be flying in any clouds today, and we do have first aid equipment on board should any of that stuff become necessary out there on the tour. Now, we touched on all that stuff. The other things I'd like to talk about, we got the air conditioner blowing on board today, so my guess in the back seat, your vents are just above your heads there. My guess in the front seat, your vents are above the head as well as on your dash in front. So everybody can adjust that to their own comfort level throughout the tour today. The other thing I'd like to talk about are the Aloha bags. So should anybody start to not feel so well out there on the tour and need to use one of the bags, my guess in the back seat, the bags are in the pockets just in front of you guys. I guess in the front seat, they're in between the seats as well as in the right-hand pocket over there on the door. So they are conveniently located all around the aircraft should anybody start to not feel so well. And the last thing really to talk about are the microphones. So everybody has a microphone hooked to their headset there, and you're more than welcome to talk on the tour today. If you want to talk to each other or ask me questions, it's not a problem at all. You just got to make sure that mic is right up close to your mouth, and because of the mask, you got to talk a little bit louder than you normally would to activate them. So basically, if you can hear your own self talking in your headset, that means that we can all hear you. And if you can't, you just got to adjust that until you can hear your own self talking. And that being said, guys, that's pretty much everything I need to touch on before we get started today. Does anybody have any questions for me before we get going? Oh, all good. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and get your music back playing again. And we're going to be off the ground in just another minute or two. I'll let you guys know just before takeoff time. We just got to wait on one helicopter to take off here, and then it'll be our turn. All right, you guys, so we just got that clearance to take off, so we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right, you guys, everybody still doing good? Awesome. Yep.
That's a pretty garden.
As we're getting started today, we're just starting to fly over the Marriott Beach Resort, which is located here at Kalapaki Bay. Kalapaki Bay is definitely one of the better swimming bays that we have here on the island, just because it's nicer and protected in there from the big open ocean swells.
From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. On the air, we do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side.
So, Russell, are you a native of Hawaii?
No,
I was going to say, you don't sound like
no.
it.
Originally, I'm from Louisiana. I've been out here for about 7 years now, though.
Okay.
We're just flying past the Helio River now, and the Helio River was featured in the first Indiana Jones film, Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's where Indiana Jones made his great escape on the float plane in the beginning of the movie. It was all filmed right there on the Helio River. Where are you guys visiting from?
We're from Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Around the Denver area.
Yep. I flew through there a few months back, and man, Denver has really grown up.
No kidding.
We're just going to fly right past the Kipu Gap here, and as we do, you can see down to Kipukai Beach. Only way to access that beach is by boat because it's all private property surrounding it. That property is part of the Kipu Ranch, which is also off to our right-hand side here. And this was featured in the first Jurassic Park film. Whenever they were driving the Jeeps around the big open field and all the dinosaurs were running around the movie, that was all filmed right here at Kipu Ranch.
We ziplined there this morning.
Oh, did you? How was it? You have fun?
It was great. It was so much
awesome.
fun.
Out to the left-hand side, that's where Poipu Beach Resort area is located on the south shore of the island.
What's that body of water there?
So that is the Waitau Reservoir, and that is the largest man-made lake in the state of Hawaii. It was built because these used to all be sugarcane farms back in the 18 and 1900s. You needed a lot of water to make that cane grow, and that's how we ended up with the state's largest lake. Just a little over 540 acres large. As we're coming over the hillside here, we have the tree tunnel coming in view just down below us there. That tree tunnel is basically the gateway to the south shore of the island. So if you're headed down to Kaloa Town or Poipu, pretty much have to pass through this tree tunnel to get there.
Is that a motocross track?
It is. That's the Omao dirt bike track. They usually only use it on the weekends. They'll run races there. Otherwise, during the weekday, it's pretty quiet over here.
Clouds are hanging so low today. Are they usually this low?
It's pretty common, actually. It rains here all the time, and whenever the clouds start dropping like that, it's been pretty wet these past couple weeks. We're starting to get into the winter months, and that's when we get the majority of our rain throughout the year. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. The wind is blowing out here today, so as we're making our way into the next valley, we're going to get a couple bumps along the way. I want to let you guys know about that in advance. out to the left-hand side is where the Kauai Coffee Estate is located. It's the largest coffee farm in the state of Hawaii. Just a little over 3,000 acres, and it pretty much takes up that whole south shore down there.
Over there the other day.
Yeah, right.
You see the rainbow?
The rainbow.
Oh, nice. The waterfall here off our left-hand side, this is the Manawaiapuna waterfall, also known as Jurassic Falls. But we're going to make a couple turns here, that way both sides get to see it. Manawaiapuna Falls is just a little over 300 feet tall. This is all just rainwater coming off the mountains there. But before that water reaches Manawaiapuna, it also has to come through the Kahili Falls, which are just upstream ahead of us. It's being crowned by a nice rainbow.
You get to see rainbows often up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen just about every kind of rainbow that exists.
Bet.
Yeah, Kauai is famous for their rainbows. We get so much rain here, and with the sunshine creeping through, we get rainbows all the time.
You ever found a leprechaun or a pot of gold?
I feel like I've seen a few. I wasn't able to land.
Ducks.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
It's so untouched back here. There's no roads or trails that lead back into this area, and that's because this is all private property. It's all owned by the Robinson family. They were able to purchase basically the whole western half of Kauai from King Kamehameha V back in the late 1700s. They bought all this land for just $15,000 at the time. They've since given most of the land back to the Hawaii State Park systems, but they hang on to Hanapepe Valley and the Olokele Canyon, which is about 50,000 acres. And it's kind of the only way to protect the land from being developed. You can see down below us, since there's no roads or trails that come back here, this is all just completely untouched, just about as natural as it possibly could be.
Well, I heard the blinkers on, I heard we're changing lanes, I heard he likes to race. I heard there's 6 6 or 7 words he likes to use.
So we have two different canyons here on the island. We got the Waimea Canyon, which is way off in the distance there. But the first canyon we're going to come across is called the Olokele Canyon. The Olokele